Let me ask you something. Imagine someone comes to your city, stands right outside your home, does not ask you anything, does not say a single word, and just begins. And after 3 days, your entire city is gone. No report, no investigation, no answers, just silence. This is not a horror movie. This is real history from 1296 AD. And the answer to this story, even today, after 700 years, nobody has it. Let me set the scene for you. 1296 AD. The tension between Scotland and England was at its absolute peak. Both sides were ready. And in the middle of this entire chess game, there was one town, Berwick. Today, you are probably hearing the name Berwick for the very first time. But back then, it was Scotland's most important trading port. Merchants, families, markets, money, life. This was the place where Scotland's entire economy ran. And that was its biggest mistake. Edward I, King of England. History gave him one name, Hammer of the Scots. This man was no ordinary conqueror. He was systematic, calculated. He planned everything before he moved. When his army reached outside Berwick, the town shut its gates. Normal, a defensive move. But then something happened that nobody expected. Edward turned to his generals and gave an order. And that order was just one word: all. Every man, every woman, every child. For 3 days, Edward's army did what history officially recorded as 17,000 casualties. 17,000. One town. Now this is the part that, personally, disturbs me. On the 3rd day, Edward stopped his army, himself, with his own hand, gave the order, stop. Why, historians have asked this question for centuries, and nobody has given a solid answer. Some say the sound of a soldier's daughter crying made Edward stop. Sounds romantic, but not believable. Some say his own generals stopped him. But Edward was not the kind of man who listened to his generals and some historians. And this is the theory that disturbs me the most. Say that Edward had already done what he came to do. Berwick was an example, a message for the rest of Scotland. This is not the limit of my army. This was my choice. But the story does not end here. Berwick still exists today, on the border of England and Scotland, a small, quiet town. But there is one strange fact about this town that no guidebook ever mentions. This town officially, in recorded history, 13 times, was transferred between England and Scotland. 13 times. No other place in all of British history changed hands that many times, as if this land never wanted to belong to anyone, as if this ground, even today, remembers something. What happened in 1296 was not just a battle, it was a decision, one man's decision, and the answer to that decision, even 700 years later, nobody officially has it. What did Edward see on that 3rd day that made him stop? Was it guilt, strategy, or something else? History left that question open, and I think that is exactly why this story is still alive today. If you enjoy stories like these that you will never find in textbooks, then subscribe to the channel, because the next story is even darker. Trust me,